What's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of The Highground. We are your boys, your host boys. Adrian and me, Cisco. Thank you for joining us for another episode of The Highground. Even though I just said that.
Yeah, did you?
Yeah, like a double.
Yeah,
a double.
We like to repeat ourselves, as you know.
Very repetitive.
You probably already know. What are we doing today?
Today we are watching episodes. Oh, we already saw it. But we're reviewing episode 6, Far, Far Away, directed by
Jennifer Getzinger. She's a very prominent TV director. Mm-hmm. She's done a couple episodes of a lot of cool shows like Mad Men, and I think some other scattered things about there. So I think it shows in this episode for sure. It shows. I was thinking oh, this kind of reminds me of Filoni, because of a lot of hints of Fistful of Dollars, the samurai movies, and all that stuff. But it wasn't him. Yeah. And a lot of nostalgia in this.
Yeah, a lot of nostalgia. A lot of little Jim Henson.
While we were watching it, we're I'm getting
Dark Crystal,
I'm getting Labyrinth, I'm getting Willow, I'm getting all this stuff. And I loved it. I loved it.
It's great.
I think this is my favorite episode so far.
No, it's my favorite episode too. It's where the story actually begins.
I would say this is the best point. It sucks that we only have 2 more episodes left. But
I feel this is where it actually begins, because I feel 1 through 4 are fillers.
Yeah.
The first one is good. You need to know what's happening. And then, like I said before,
I think it was a very dragged on beginning. Yeah. And now it's going to be a quick ending.
Last episode was great too.
Last episode was good.
Yeah.
Last episode was good. But this one's
this one's so much better. This one felt more like an Andor show to me. That's the bar right now. Andor is the bar for me. I don't know, what do you think?
I would say that and the first 2 seasons of Mandalorian probably.
Yeah.
But the less we talk
Andor
about
is much higher than Mandalorian in my perspective. But you feel season 1 and 2 of Mandalorian are better than Andor, or?
No, I wouldn't say that much, but I would say they're up there. The less we talk about Book of Boba Fett,
what is that one?
The Book of Boba Fett.
Which is that one?
we haven't reviewed it yet, so we don't know yet. I don't know. We're gonna have to review it sooner or later.
God! Have we watched it?
I watched it. It was okay. It was a cool thing. It was kind of okay. We should have seen the Ahsoka shit happening sooner or later, because the Book of Boba Fett was introducing a lot of characters from the Clone Wars.
This episode actually reminded us of the Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah.
Where Ahsoka shows up for a little bit, and the rest of it's where is she?
Exactly. This is the best episode so far, and Ahsoka's only in the first couple scenes in it.
This is how you do a Book of Boba Fett. She's
done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's peace. Drops the mic. Gone.
Just the best episode of Boba Fett was episode 5, which was a whole Mandalorian episode. You know, that's not good.
No, it's not. It's an Ahsoka show, but she's not in it.
It's not good, but
no, and it's the best one so far. Well, hopefully the next ones are better. We'll see.
Okay,
we're still waiting on episode 7 and 8.
Yeah.
So,
which so far I'm getting excited about. Yeah. And Frank Famuyiwa
is ending this.
He's ending it.
Yeah, he's gonna go.
I have great hopes.
He's taking that Star Destroyer and it's ramming it right into the Death Star. Ooh. He's going full Super Star Destroyer right into that thing.
The
Executor, yeah.
Okay, all right.
That thing fire.
So how do we begin this episode?
Okay, let's. So we start off with Ahsoka and
Uyang,
right? They're
still en route.
Yeah, still en route.
Yeah, they're
trying
with
to
the
catch up.
Purgle.
With the Purgle, inside the Purgle. And they have little talks about Sabine's choice, and then he talks about how he's been around for such a long time,
and he knows like Jedi stories,
like, about the Purgles,
folklore,
nice little like talk that they had, and that's it.
That's it.
That's it. We don't see any more of Ahsoka, and we just.
I think I've said it before.
Yeah.
And I'll say it again. I am not the biggest fan of Ahsoka this season at all. Mm-hmm. When we first saw her...
It's the first season.
Yeah. Well, I think it's the only season, right?
I don't know.
Is it a one-season deal?
We don't know yet.
When we first saw live-action Ahsoka, she was a total badass. Mm-hmm. You know, she came in, she was wiping guys out, that, and the other thing. Yeah. Cool. And then she had like a nice thing with Grogu, all that stuff. That's when we know his name.
Yeah.
And then when we see her with the Book of Boba Fett, she's a little lighthearted. She's like smiling. She's doing this. She's doing that. She's happy with Luke and da-da-da-da-da.
She's wearing her gray outfit.
Yeah. In this whole entire season, she's been mild tone.
Yeah. Angry. Like she's upset. Like all of a sudden,
like as much as I love Rosario Dawson, I think she's a good actress.
She's my birthday.
Yeah. She should put that on her resume. But like, you know,
her birthday.
yeah, there you go. He's like, oh shit, hire her. Yeah. She's a good actress, but I'm not too sure if this is the Ahsoka that I'm used to.
Yeah. No.
Because of course, ever since Ahsoka left the Order, she's had that like, you know, like fuck the world, woe is me type of shit. But
she's like a nasty hangover.
This is to a point that I'm like, I'm not even interested in Ahsoka whatsoever. Show me more Hera. Yeah. Show me more Sabine. Show me more this.
Show me more Shin.
Yeah.
And Balin. Oh my god. Balin's so awesome.
Show me more of that instead of the actual protagonist and the namesake of the freaking show.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then they push her aside and like, all right, let's get the story going.
And this is why this is the best episode so far of the season.
So now we're with the magistrate.
We're with the magistrates. We're with them. They've arrived. Yeah. We kind of find out that this is another galaxy. Yeah. And that this is where the Purgle come and die.
Oh, this is the homeworld of
the Night Sisters.
The Night Sisters.
Yeah. The sisters, the daughters of Dathomir.
Where the Purgles die.
And this is where the Purgles die.
How do they die? Why do they die? What is it about that planet where that they die? You know? That's
a good question. And also, you know, just like some animals, they do go to somewhere and they die, kind of like elephant graveyards. Yeah. You know, these animals know instinctively, I'm going to go here and I'm going to die. Mm-hmm. It could maybe be it, or it could be some type of... Of course, we already know that the Purgle are somewhat force sensitive and this, that, and the other thing. So, it could be something drawing them there. Yeah. But I think it's something of the dark side of the Force that's drawing them there, or maybe even some type of other thing away from the Force, similar to magic. Like, especially the dark magic, the witchcraft that the sisters use. To just drives them, like, leads them there and be like, okay, this is where I'm going to die because we have this negative feeling towards this planet and this is where we die. I don't know. Yeah. Does that seem far-fetched?
No, it doesn't. Not at all.
I feel vindicated now. Sorry. We also find out that, yes, this is the home world of the Sisters of Dathomir, the Night Sisters. Of course, Dathomir is another planet over there, but apparently they originated from here and they migrated to Dathomir. So, did you know that already?
No. This is new news to me.
It's a little news to me. Yeah. You know, I knew that the sisters came from somewhere else.
I didn't know they migrated.
Because the original, like, I guess you could say the actual natives of Dathomir are like Darth Maul. Yeah. Guys. What are those guys called? Zebreks? Zabreks. Yeah. Those are the original natives, and then these sisters are just like, where the fuck did they come from? Well, apparently now we know. Yeah. So they go there.
They're not originally from Dathomir.
No, they're not, even though they're called Sisters of Dathomir. Yeah. And, well, another fun fact is the Rancors are from there, too.
What?
Rancors are from Dathomir.
Really?
Yeah.
The Rancors?
Yeah.
Oh, Rancors.
I said Rancors. We had a couple of drinks. Shut up. Yeah. Spotchka. Remember Spotchka?
Cheers. Yeah.
So we get there, and we've seen this, and it's kind of very deserty kind of in a way, like grassland, hills, rocks. Kind of reminds me of like Rohan.
Very desolate.
Yeah, from like
like grass.
Yes, you get patches of grass here. You get mountain ranges here, rivers here, bodies of water here. This just kind of reminds me of Rohan from Lord of the Rings.
Tall statues.
Tall statues. So of course, there's civilization there, and we meet 3 Night Sisters, but they're grandmothers. Grandmother Towson was probably somebody very ranking of these sisters, but they're there. They introduce themselves. They could smell the Jedi, which I don't like.
Very witchy-like.
Very witchy-like.
Yeah.
And there's 3 of them, so kind of like the 3 oracles of ancient.
I was about to say, because they had like the little orbs.
They're kind of like the eye and all that. Exactly. I don't like how they said that Sabine smelled of Jedi. Maybe because she was hanging out with Ahsoka. Not that she's a Jedi herself.
I wonder if Jedi smell. Do Jedi smell? Do they have a unique smell to them?
I don't know. Maybe it's some midichlorians in their blood. And maybe
some smell. Yeah.
Midichlorians smell?
Find out. Now we know. You can smell a Jedi now.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Apparently. But they do have news. They do know that Grand Admiral Thrawn is there, and they lock Sabine up.
Yeah, they have an alliance with
Thrawn. Yeah. And some time passes. Not a lot of stuff happens in between that time. But who shows up?
Admiral Thrawn shows up in his Chimera.
Yeah, his own Star Destroyer. With the emblem in the bottom and the belly of the...
And some gold on it.
It looks like gold repair. It's been repaired. And it's I think it's one of the best intros.
Bunch of cool stormtroopers.
They're all tattered. They're all ragged. They all look like their armor's been repaired. Yeah. Some with gold.
Night troopers?
I don't know.
I think that's what they were called, night stormtroopers, because that's what the caption said on the bottom.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's what I pointed out. I was like, night?
Because aren't they usually black?
Yeah.
Dark or
but
night
these are
the
night stormtroopers.
Oh.
Maybe night sisters. Maybe they're resurrected. Probably a reason.
There's a lot of them, though.
Yeah.
And I always forget, when I was watching the end of Rebels, I always assumed that when Ezra and Thrawn left, that was an empty Star Destroyer.
Yeah.
But I guess it wasn't.
No,
I guess it was still occupied, it was still staffed and all that stuff, and when they ended up where they ended up, the staff and the crew came with them.
Yeah.
And I'm happy about that because these guys look cool.
They look
Their
awesome.
outfits look cool, and especially that Echo guy. What's his name?
Yeah.
Captain Echo or
yeah, I think it was Echo.
Was he captain or was he a staff or?
I think it was like captain.
His helmet is fucking badass.
Oh yeah.
His helmet is you made the point that it kind of had these right here, but it was more like the tank troopers.
Yeah.
But his face wasn't the usual phase, 3 of
very Roman-like. Yeah.
It was that. It had a metal golden Roman Greek,
faceplate,
actual faceplate, and it looked pretty cool. He's
pretty
actually wearing kind of not like robes, but kind of like a kilt in a way, and kind of that.
Very Roman-esque.
Badass. Yeah,
I think that's what this reminded me of, their armor. Very Romanesque.
Very Romanesque, and he comes out.
Thrawn comes
out. Yeah. Played by the same voice actor from Rebels, and I'm happy with it.
Yeah, he was great.
Sometimes, sometimes it's live action, introduction of from cartoon to live action. It's I don't know. Yeah. Especially Bane. Didn't really like him that much, but fuck yeah with
Thrawn. Thumbs up.
Very good job.
To see him.
Very
His voice, he just played the part perfectly well.
He knew the assignment. And he came with it.
And very analytical, or he was already thinking. You could tell, when you see him, he's already thinking. He's he's already ahead of everything that was going on. Very confident.
Well, as a species themselves, the Chiss are very like that. They're very strategic in their way. That's why they make good commanders and warfare and all that stuff. But yeah, I'm getting a little excited talking about it. Shut up. But a lot of stuff happens in this, dude. Yeah. And it's getting good. Like, finally, I'm watching this episode, I'm like, yes, let's do it. Well, they released Sabine because Balin has this, hey, I'm going to bring you and I'm going to help you find Ezra. Mm-hmm. And Thrawn's like, cool, do it. Fuck yeah. To maybe the dismay of the sisters and of course Morgan and all that. But just like you were saying, he's he's working it. Yeah.
And he helps Sabine to go help find
Ezra.
So he's like, here's all your stuff. Mm-hmm. Here's all your weapons. Go find him.
They give her one of my favorite alien creatures, whatever, of the Star Wars universe so far.
Yeah, great design.
It's kind of like a mixture of a dog, a rat, a crocodile. I don't fucking know, but
it's like a dragon.
It looks like it, yeah,
or whatever.
The first thing of Willow, I'm like, those are the rat dogs from Willow. Like, it's just
like
big and oversized, and I fucking love those dogs from Willow. Mm-hmm. So this was the first inkling of all that.
Yeah.
And she rides out. And then they're like, all right, well, Balin and Shin is going to go after her and kill both of them.
Yeah, as soon as they find Ezra, kill them both. Mm-hmm. Like, what's name just wants to get rid of him.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Thrawn is just like, I'm tired
I'll be pissed off, too. Yeah. Like, if I knew the guy who exiled me was on the same planet and I couldn't find him, fucking whatever means necessary.
If Thrawn wouldn't have left, the Empire would have won that war.
You think so?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Luke wouldn't be able to do anything. I mean, maybe turn his father back, but I don't think they would have won. With like the Death Star 2 would have still been around, and the rebellion would have been toast. Mm-hmm.
So what happens next?
So so they go looking for her, and she's off on her way looking for Ezra. Runs into these little hermit crabs.
No, she gets ambushed first.
Oh, she gets ambushed by, I don't know who they are.
They're bandits. But this is when I was like saying, their armor
very samurai,
is very samurai. Yeah. Like, it's kind of like these Ronin who just travel around and be like, all right, let's attack her. Let's do this. She's having a hard time.
Yeah.
Until she brings out the lightsaber, and then she starts kicking their ass and all that stuff.
Destroys them all.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And then they run away.
Yeah. And then they run into the hermit crabs.
Now these hermit crab people.
Yeah. They're adorable.
They're called like Naughty?
Yeah. Naughty. Noti.
Something like that.
Noti.
Yeah.
Noti. Noti.
They're pretty cool.
Yeah, they're awesome. They're like very, very Hobbit-like.
Yes. Very Hobbit-like. Very Willow. Peck-like.
Yeah.
We didn't
use that word. That's a racist word.
Well, in Willow.
Yeah, in Willow.
Yeah. Shut up. But and they get that feel, and I like how they're designed. I like how they're hermit crab people. Like, they actually have claws. Yeah. And their little mouths, their little freaking
adorable eyes. When they talk too.
Yeah. They're like, they travel in groups. Yeah. Of course. It reminded me so much of like Labyrinth. Mm-hmm. And that's why I liked it. I loved it. I loved every bit of it. And they go back to their hut village, and apparently they're like nomadic people too. And the whole scene right there was Henson. Yeah. Henson.
Oh yeah, Henson. This is such a love letter to Henson, Jim Henson. Mm-hmm. Yeah, everything about it. It was so cool to watch.
Yeah.
And then they find Ezra at the village.
Ezra's there in his, Moses Jesus attire, like he's got the
look
full
like
beard.
Moses.
He's got the long hair. He's just happy to see her.
Let my people go.
Yeah, and apparently he's like the leader of this caravan of creatures.
Is he the leader now?
Well, because
I'm sure he protects them.
Yes, and for sure, from like the bandits and all that stuff. But he was like, "Hey," and they're like, "Okay, all right, let's move. Let's go." Oh, we don't like to stay somewhere, long enough, or whatever. One place too long.
Yeah. And then we go back to Thrawn, and they're getting all their preparations ready, but they're taking these big cases.
I think they were talking about, like, whatever this temple, whatever this structure that the Night Sisters occupy is also some type of catacomb.
Yeah.
And knowing...
So they're taking zombies. Are we going to get zombie stormtroopers soon?
I don't know.
Oh my god, if we get zombie stormtroopers.
I think that's
that,
too much.
Oh my god, maybe the stormtroopers that they have right now, the night stormtroopers, are already zombie stormtroopers.
Oh, is that why they look all tethered?
Yeah, oh my god, what if... that makes sense.
Oh, yeah.
Zombie stormtroopers, one of my...
What if...
Oh my god, they're some of my favorite stormtroopers. Yeah.
What if the crew that traveled with them were already dead by the time they got back, and he's like, all right, let's make a deal, I'll get you off this planet, I'll get your old catacombs, all your remnants, and you just reanimate my armor.
Yeah, what if they're, like, reanimated, right? And then they had a bunch of armor there because there's nobody on the starship, right? When Ezra brought, right? And they're wearing the armor.
Yeah. Okay.
Or they were probably dead and they just were resurrected.
Okay.
Zombie stormtroopers. I am telling you now, zombie stormtroopers.
I would get behind this theory, but not fully behind this theory. I'll be like...
But there are zombie stormtroopers.
Okay. All right.
You heard it here first.
Balin and Shin are still behind them, and, Balin has been talking about, like, all these stories are true. Yeah. All these tales are true. Yeah. All this stuff
we've never
is
heard
true.
of.
But, like, we don't know what it is. Also,
what's calling him? What's
calling him? And he also says that the sisters are leaving.
Yeah.
So what are they fleeing?
What are they afraid of?
Yeah. So he knows something.
Is it Rakatan?
No.
No, is it Chiss? I know that Chiss are... No, not the Chiss. What's the other one? The other group.
That comes in the Legends?
Legends.
Those,
oh my god.
That comes with two names. They have those two names and they use...
They don't... Yeah, organic.
Yeah, organic.
Oh my gosh.
Machinery. Yeah, it's going to get you now. And I don't know it. And if you're watching this and you know it, you're screaming at us right now.
Know. He's like, it says! Oh my god! It has... Oh my god, what is it?
Yeah, they're like... They look nasty, goblin type of...
Yeah.
Orcish type of aliens.
I don't know.
I know what you mean. The Rakatan are the first...
Yeah.
The first civilization to...
But they were from...
An outside.
From their... No, they weren't outside. They were from the Star Wars galaxy.
Oh, in the far reaches.
Yeah, what is the name of the Star Wars galaxy anyways? Do we ever know? That's one thing I never really...
The Star Wars galaxy?
Yeah, like they have to have an actual name, right?
They're from the unknown region of the galaxy. That's where the Chiss come from. From Rakata Prime. And of course, that's where the new... the First Order originates and all that stuff. And
I'm still trying to figure out the name. Alright, let's just continue.
Yeah, dead air. Yeah. But they come across the bandits, and Balin's like, all right, well, let's make friends of these guys so we can find them.
Enemy of our enemy.
Or our friends. So. And that's kind of about it. Yeah. We get the reunion that we've been wanting. We get Ahsoka. We get Thrawn.
Great designs. Character designs.
Alien design. Planet design.
Great,
all this
story-wise, it's moving now. And it's setting up everything. It's
getting good.
Yeah, it's finally... This is finally a story. And, I'm looking forward to Ahsoka getting there. I'm sure she's going to be ambushed by the Empire.
She could take her time.
Yeah.
She could take her time. For me, she could take her time.
I know.
She could take her time.
Oh, yeah, and Sabine was lying to Ezra the entire time. She didn't tell him exactly how she got there.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
What was she going to say? Like, I made
she just wanted to see him.
And all that? Yeah.
She wanted to see him and get stuck there in the planet with him and have babies. I'm just saying. It's going to happen. You're going to see that.
If it happens, it happens.
Yeah, they're going to have another Jason. And then they die. Okay. Kylo kills him.
So...
It's funny that our final conclusion to everything is that Kylo kills everybody.
Well, it sucks because we already know A and we already know C, but we don't know B.
Yeah, no, B. We were learning everything about.
We're learning about B.
Yeah,
but like we already know C.
Yeah, C is like they all die.
They all die.
It doesn't really matter at this point. They're all dead.
Just be balls to the wall, just like Rogue One was, and be like, yeah, they die. They die.
They die.
Cool.
They die.
All right. On
Everyone
with the
dies.
story.
It doesn't really matter. Everyone dies.
It's a war.
It's a war. It's a Star Wars.
Yes, war. Yeah.
They all die.
There you go. I like it. Okay, so this ranking for this episode. What do you?
I give it a 9. I give it a 9. It was really good.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Thrawn was great.
Mm-hmm.
Story was great.
Mm-hmm.
Designs were great.
Mm-hmm.
Music was great.
Mm-hmm.
Everything was good.
Mm-hmm.
It flowed perfectly well. I didn't see anything that kind of slowed down.
Mm-hmm.
Everything was great.
It all went very quickly and very fast paced,
Mm-hmm.
and it was, a traditional length episode. And I was like, I don't want it to
knocked
stop.
it out of the park.
Yeah, did a good job. Of course,
amazing job.
Dave Filoni also wrote it, so I feel like we're getting to the point. Yeah, we got 2 more episodes left, but we're getting to the point. Yes, getting more. I feel like the next 2 episodes are just gonna be this planet.
Yeah.
I don't think they're coming back anytime soon.
Do you guys think that Thrawn's gonna make it out?
I don't think so.
This is it?
I think this is the final battle. This is happening here. And then they go back home at the very end of the episode.
Or do you think they're going to do some sort of like Star Trek Voyager where the Thrawn shows up and the entire fleet's there waiting for them and just shoots them down and that's it. Game over.
So. I don't think so.
Because even what's his name was waiting for him, the Remnant. The Imperial Remnant over the main galaxy.
Yeah. They've been waiting for. Yeah. Where are they in this? How come they're not supporting? Morgan. Yeah. Are they supporting her through money, financing and all that? But they're
trying to keep a low profile. Maybe?
I don't know.
Not trying to get together, or
if it doesn't. If you're telling me the Shadow Council was solely there just to say Thrawn's name without any deal and all that. Just to hype up this season, I'm going to be very disappointed.
Yeah.
Very disappointed because that's just shitty writing. It's like Harry Potter saying, hey, I used to know this guy and he wrote this book and his name was Newt Scamander.
Yeah.
Which basically did happen.
Yeah.
And that's shitty writing too because like the connection is not there. We're just in the same world.
We'll see. Time will only tell.
Well, thanks for asking. I'll give it a 9 too.
Oh yeah,
I'll give it
what do you think of this episode?
Because the Henson-ness of it, the lack of Ahsoka, seeing Thrawn come back, seeing all the cool stuff that we're kind of familiar with.
Is this the first time we're actually agreeing on this?
We're actually agreeing with the same rating in this episode.
Wow, look at that. This season. None of the other seasons.
Well, some of the seasons we kind of had a few agreements here and there, but. Yes, from the 2 of us, it's a 9, and it's very drastic between like the first 4 episodes and the last one we just did was like 7. I gave it a 7? 7?
I think so. 7.
I think I gave it a 7.
I gave it an 8.
Yeah, so it's been good. Mm-hmm. I like it. Yeah, it's good. And now I'm like a little hesitant to be like, if this is the only season of Ahsoka, which I think it is. What's the next 2 episodes? What's in store for us? What's going to happen? Am I going to like the outcome because it took forever for us to get to this point? I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like Thrawn's going to make it out alive.
I don't think so. He's done.
We'll see. Done. We're putting bets now. Let us know down in the comments, and hopefully when it comes to it, we'll go into it, and we'll say if I was right or if I was wrong.
You're wrong. I do want to see the zombie stormtroopers.
I know. You know that's going to happen.
That'll be cool.
You know it's going to happen.
That'll be cool.
Right? You guys know it's going to happen. Zombie stormtroopers.
Okay, so don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Follow us on Instagram at the Highground Pod, and then of course leave a message, leave a comment, do whatever you want. Discussions. And if not, then alright, just tune in for the next episode.
And don't forget to hit that thumbs up. We really appreciate it if you did that. And like always, we are your hosts,
Adrian
and Cisco.
And that's
Thank
it
you
for
today. Joining us. And have a good night.
Cool. Peace.